Okay. Am I good? See. Hold up. Uh-huh. See. Uh-huh. See. Uh-huh. See. Uh-huh. See. Oh. Alright, where am I? See. Uh-huh. Where? Oh. Okay. Ooh. It's game time, everybody. Hello there, I am Desidario Ultra, the most out-of-this-world soccer fan you've ever seen, and welcome to V Football Updates. I'm working on a name for mine. Hey there, Ryan. Good to see you, man. So yeah, what was it? It's a news day, as usual. Yeah, what was it? Got a couple of stories. What was it? A couple of transfer stories, as well as what was it? Some interesting scientific research that's recently been done. Apparently there are links between heading the ball and CTE, which is brain damage. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Thought that would be not not fun to talk about, but it's an interesting topic. Here in Ireland, we have something called News Today. It's a kids' news version. Huh. Well, that sounds interesting. Like it's a news show specifically for kids? That sounds interesting. Huh. What kind of... I wonder what was it? What kind of stuff would that even report on? Like kid shows or stuff? I don't know. Or is it just like child-friendly news stories or something like that? Basically, they go all around the country and go to see what schools are doing, and then some sports news and politics if they're lucky. Huh. Alright, that sounds interesting, I guess. uh, yeah, what was it? Going around to schools, I guess, seeing if they're doing anything interesting. I guess that sounds kind of fun. Alright. Well, alright, well, crap. Yeah, alright, that sounds interesting. Oh, it sucks? Alright, man. Sorry to hear that, damn. Eh, mm, yeah, I guess thinking about it, going around to schools and just asking them what they're doing, I guess doesn't sound that interesting. Or, I don't know. The guys in your school call it haram news. Oh, wow, that's great. Oh my god. I love that haram. I love that freaking haram is just becoming a term for anything bad. Like, what was it? What was it? Like people are calling like in soccer specifically, people are calling like parking the bus style tactics haram ball now, and I think that's freaking hilarious. Oh crap. Oh man. Crazy. Alright, yeah. Alright, well that was interesting. Alright, well that sounds interesting. That sounds real fun. Maybe I'll look into that, see if it's see if it's as bad as you say. But what was it? I should get into the stories now. Ah. First one comes to us from the BBC Sport. What happened? What happens next after latest link between heading and brain disease? Yes, that is right. What was it? We all know that football has a way of making fans stupider, but is it also making the players stupider? Crap. Alright, I joke, but this is like really serious. What was it? Brain damage is like really bad. That shit really fucks with you. Like, what was it? It was a big thing in like WWE, like back in like the early 2000s. Freaking with Chris Benoit and all that stuff. And it's like, obviously, I don't think for soccer it's ever gonna get as bad as it got back then. But, what was it? Brain disease and stuff like that is a very serious issue. You gotta take it seriously. So, yeah, what was it? Crap. Hold on. Oh crap! Hold on. I'm surprised you're not reporting on Man United versus Arsenal today. This guy's definitely a haram buff. I see. Crap. What was it? I don't usually talk about like specific games unless it's like I don't know something really major happened, which I guess that could be considered kind of major. I don't know. What was it? Uh, I don't know. If Planet comes in later, I'll probably end up talking about it with him. Yeah. Eh. Well, okay. I don't know. Maybe I will talk a little bit about You know what? Maybe I will talk a little bit about Man United and Arsenal. All right. I don't know. I feel like a big problem with Arsenal. Yeah, what was it? I feel like a big problem with Arsenal isn't just like they're an okay team that was kind of doing well because I feel like the teams that are usually better than them were just kind of underperforming a bit. I think that's part of it. I think another part of it is also kind of mental. I feel like when you get stuck as like when you become known as like Bottle Job FC, I feel like that does kind of affect the way you think and the way other teams think because like the way people are talking about this Man United match Arsenal, yeah, what was it? They're kind of talking about like this is where the bottle job starts. This is where they really start to lose their lead. And I do think that's going to affect both the way they play and the way other teams are going to play against them. Yeah. Their next game is I think against Leeds at like with Leeds at home. I am very interested in seeing how that goes because I think that's going to be a very important game for Arsenal. So yeah, so if that game is airing on TV in the US, I probably will watch it. If it's airing on a streaming service that I don't have, well, screw me, I guess. Yeah. The Premier League is really bad this season. 7th place Fulham have 9 losses this season. 8th place has 10. Yeah, what was it? Yeah. And like what was it? I say what was it? Arsenal were doing better because the better teams were underperforming. There is something to that. What was it? People have been looking at like their scoring lately, and it's like, what was it? Bukayo Saka has like 0 goals in I think it was the last 13 games, 12 or 13 games. Oh crap. That was freaking crazy. And like what was it? Victor Gyökeres, what was it? The world class striker they brought in, world class. What was it? Doesn't really have that many goals, I think. What was it? How many does he have again? Bruh. Hold on. Yeah, only 5 goals in the Premier League for a striker that's not really great. Oh, crap. Listen, League 2 in England, 4th tier. Apart from one game, they are all 0-0 in 30 minutes. Wait, what? Really? Oh, crap. What was it? Yeah. I mean, yeah, what was it? If the Premier League isn't really doing that great this season, then obviously the freaking 4th tier probably isn't going to be that great either. Fun fact, Gyökeres has the most Premier League goals out of anyone in Arsenal this season. Yeah. that is that is true and it's a big that is true and it's a big it's a big reason why people feel like they're going to bottle the league. Oh my god. Yeah, 5 yeah, your top scorer having 5 goals at this point in the season is really not good. Oh, not good at all. God damn. All right, crap. What was it? Ah. I'll take a drink. All right, what was it? Alright, let's see. What was it? I should get into the story. Let's see. What happens next after latest link between heading and brain disease? Question mark. Uh, when a senior coroner declared on Monday that repeatedly heading footballs likely contributed to the brain disease, which was a factor in the death of a former Leeds United and Manchester United. Oh, hey, a Manchester United player. All right, wow. Fun coincidence. Or, well, not coincidence, but, we were just talking about them. Defender Gordon McQueen. The relationship between heading and neurodegenerative illnesses was thrown into the spotlight. So yeah, what was it? If you're unaware, what was it? The recent, the reason why brain disease and heading has recently become a topic is because a coroner, what was it, dug up and did a, what was it, an examination on a dead defender, and what was it? I guess concluded that heading the ball contributed to his, what was it, his brain disease. Yeah, I don't know. What was it? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, so I can't. Mm, I don't know. I can't really comment on that. Uh, uh, I. What was it? I haven't read much on this. I'm not sure how common is brain disease in. How much is like what was it? Neurodegenerative disorders in soccer players anyway. I mean, what was it? Since they're talking about it so much, I guess it must be decently common. Whatever. Let's just read some more. The link between heading and brain injuries relates to an illness called chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE. Oh crap! What was it? Huh. Encep- encephalopathy. I can't even freaking pronounce it. Encephalopathy is in there with like cardiac. What's it called? Confarction or something like that. It's like the scientific name for something that just sound. The, the scientific name for something serious that kind of just sounds kind of silly. Oh crap! Couldn't have called it anything else. Something easier to take seriously, man. uh, which is caused by repeated head impacts, and which McQueen was found to have suffered from, alongside vascular dementia. Ah, shit. What was it? Dementia's. Oh, man, what was it? Yeah, dementia's not great. My grandma had that, and she was just like, kind of messed up a bit, towards her later years. That's not, it's not great to see someone, have that. CTE can only be diagnosed after death. Oh, hey there, Planet. How you doing? Or, well, what was it? I was gonna ask how you're doing, but after Monday, after Sunday, I assume it's not great. Oh man. Talking about brain damage. Yeah. So yeah, what was it? Talking about brain damage in soccer players. Very upbeat topic. As you can see. Yeah, well, was it? If you're unaware, recently a coroner exhumed the body of a what was it? Or a coroner did a what was it? An examination on a dead defender and found that he had CTE, and that what was it? Heading the ball might have been like a cause of it, I guess. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Yeah, yeah, who talking about? Oh shit, your family is still talking about it? Damn. Yeah, what was it? Everybody's still. Yeah, what was it? Everybody's talking about Michael Carrick. It's like, what was it? I don't know. It's like two. It's like, don't get me wrong. What was it? I felt like they played well in the two games under him, but I do feel like Man United fans are getting a bit ahead of themselves. What was it? It's his first two games, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna cast. I'm not gonna cast too much judgment until I see some more out of him. Yeah. All right. What was I? Yeah. CTE can only be diagnosed after death, following analysis of the brain, which typically shows protein deposits and other types of damage, which are caused by head injuries. Uh, they still going on, even though City is still better. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, what was it? It's like Man United fans have just been like so down for so long. It feels like, what was it? What was it? They get a little bit of success and it's like yeah, it's like what was it? As who was it? As like I think it was Frank Lampard would say, what was it? They get 2 wins and they starts giving it the big un or whatever the hell he used to say. Oh crap. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how things go going forward. Yeah. Oh, cool. You're going to the Emirates tomorrow, man. What was it? Good for you, man. Have fun. Yeah. Research has shown that athletes such as footballers, rugby players, and fighters have a significantly higher risk of developing CTE than the general population. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. The verdict in McQueen's case has led to renewed calls for football to take more action on brain injuries. Yeah. What was it? Hey, I wouldn't count on it, man. I wouldn't count on it. It's like, what was it? We've been having similar stuff in the US for like forever with the NFL. It's like I don't know, what was it? People have been trying to get the NFL to like take like brain injuries like that more seriously for like I think like a decade or decades now at this point. And it's like some things have changed, but I don't know. Things haven't really well, is it things aren't really that much better than they were before. And it's like that's the NFL. Here we're talking to freaking UEFA, FIFA, the Premier League. I I don't know, man. I have a feeling they're just as, if not more, stubborn than the NFL. So it's like, I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see if anything actually gets done. Uh-uh. Unfortunately, I went to the Atleti match too that we won 4-0, and that was Haram Ball Central. Oh shit. Arsenal versus freaking Atletico Madrid. Yeah, that is freaking Haram Ball Central. God damn. Man, I swear, what was it? It's a good thing I wasn't at that match. That probably would have put me to sleep. Alright. Is this a landmark ruling? It depends on how you look at it. McQueen is arguably the most high profile former footballer whose death has been directly linked to CTE by a coroner. Such a clear verdict in a case as prominent as his means more people are aware of the link. Alright, what was it? It's like, to go on with like what I said before about like not really thinking things are gonna change much, is like, what was it? Player safety. Yeah, player safety is an issue that does get talked about a lot, but can often get dismissed. Yeah, what was it? We've talked about it with like match congestion and stuff like that, where like it does occasionally get dismissed and like not really taken that seriously. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if anything's really gonna get done about this. But this is far from the first time the link has been made official. Jeff Assel, who died following years of neurological symptoms, is considered the first footballer whose death was shown to have been impacted by heading footballs. The confirmation that CTE played a role in Assel's death, I really hope I'm pronouncing this guy's name right, rather than Alzheimer's as previously thought, came after analysis from Professor Willie Stewart. Oh, hey, what was it? Actually, fun fact. What was it? Little fun fact. They recently found out that cancer cells actually prevent Alzheimer's. I know that I know that sounds crazy, but like that's actually true. You can look it up. It's like a real discovery they made recently. Yeah. 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 What was it? What was it? My grandma, who I was talking about before, actually, what was it? She got dementia, but she never developed Alzheimer's. And coincidentally enough, she actually did have cancer. It's not what killed her. It's she died of old age at like 90 years old. So, what was it? Don't feel too bad about that. But yeah, what was it? You know, well, I'm not saying, it's necessarily like scientific or anything, but what was it? There may have been a connection there. Um, I swear they were so defensive. I swear they were knocking our players around every 10 seconds. Yeah, what was it? I mean, that's kind of what you expect when playing against Atleti. Odegaard down first minute, Saka down 12th minute. Like every single player went down at some point. Oh, crap. Yeah, what was it? That's how Atleti is. Yeah, what was it? You just got nothing can really be done. You just gotta deal with it. Eh, crap. What was it? Well, likely they might. What was it? A bit of a spoiler for a later news story, but Atleti might be losing Alvarez soon, so, what was it? That's something to feel good about if you don't like them. Hmm. You're a Barca fan, right? So are Atleti always like that? Yeah, they're typically like that. Yeah, what was it? They call What was it? People call Simeone a master of the dark arts for a reason, man. Yeah, they do shit like that all the time. Not just against like Barca in the Champions League, but with most teams in general. Oh crap. Eh. To be fair, I feel like to be fair, I do feel like it has gotten a bit less common since Diego Costa left. That guy was just a that guy was just a freaking asshole. Yeah. Hmm. Uh, by the way, did you see 442's uploaded? Yeah, he's put out a couple videos since the last stream. Yeah. I think his last video actually was about the Man U versus Arsenal game. Yeah, what was it? I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting until what was it, Friday. But yeah, what was it? I probably will react to it on Friday. uh, a preeminent let's see. Crap, where was I? A preeminent neuropathologist, really hope I said that right, who specializes in CTE cases in sports people and has advertised sports bodies around concussion protocols. Oh, crap. Imagine Hetafe and Atleti. I actually nearly broke my TV when Cunha scored, lol. I hit the side of it. Oh, damn. Oh, crap. You should have recorded it and put it up on like what was it, Instagram or TikTok. You probably could have gotten a good amount of views out of it. Oh crap. Oh my god. I swear to god, I see those videos all the frickin' time of people like smashing their TVs and shit because of like football or like different sports like baseball or American football. It's like what the hell are you doing? Hmm, I don't know. What was it? You did the I show speed diving header into your TV. Oh my god. That sounds great, man. Nice. God damn. Oh man. And ISO speed is gonna get freaking CTE at this rate, I swear to god. Huh. Genuine question, why do you use an anime instead of showing your IRL face? Well, my guess is that you're just not comfortable with showing your actual face. I mean, that's kind of part of it. Yeah, that's, what was it? Also privacy. I would rather people on the internet not know what I look like or, where I live and stuff. So yeah, that is part of it, but also privacy and, I just like VTubers. I thought it'd be fun. But, eh. Former professional footballers are at much higher risk of degenerative brain diseases, dementias, and related disorders, said Professor Stewart, who is a consultant neuropathologist at the University of Glasgow. All right, yeah, what was it? It is obvious what country I'm in, but like specifically the area I live is what I meant to say. Crap. And I know like what was it? Yeah, and I know like you what was it? It is super easy for people to like triangulate where a person lives, like specifically just with like a video or a picture or some stuff. I have seen some crazy shit. People what was it? People can find stuff by like I've seen people like find the locations where pictures were taken in all kinds of ways. They look at like the trees and like the grass in the area and like they find out what kind of plants those are and like where they live. I've seen people find out where a picture was taken by freaking triangulating the angle of the sun. I know that sounds like the craziest shit ever, but I swear to God, it's a real thing that happens. People are freaking nuts online. It is crazy. Oh, God. Uh, yeah, it's wild, man. Yeah. Uh, but Donald Trump's dictatorship is a very wide and big regime. Oh crap, what was it? It's holy crap. I accidentally posted a private video outside my house public. I set it to private like 10 minutes later, but 8 people saw it. And recently I have doorbells ringing randomly at night. Holy shit. Oh crap. Oh damn, man. That doesn't sound good. Oh crap. Oof. All right, what was it? All right, man. Stay safe, man. God damn, that legitimately sounds scary. What was it? Yeah, I am legitimately scared of some shit like that happening, man. Stay safe, dude. I hope nothing bad happens. Oh, damn. All right, crap. Yeah. What we see is the risk is about 3.5 times higher than it should be. There is a very there is a very unique change in the brain which only appears in athletes that we don't see in other individuals. They fell onto the floor and just ran away. Whew. All right, what was it? Well, hopefully it. All right, well, what was it? Hopefully it doesn't turn into anything. What was it? But too dangerous or too serious. Yeah, what was it? Ah, yeah, what was it? I really hope this just kind of blows over because yeah, that does sound like a kind of scary situation. I'm moving house because I told my mom. All right, that is good. That is good. What was it? Yeah, what was it? I'm not gonna lie, this is wrong because it's just an unlucky disease. Well, hmm, I don't know. I feel like obviously you can just come down with stuff, but there are causes for things like this. What was it? Obviously, genetics can be at play, and yeah, what was it? Head injuries really can, what was it, cause brain damage. It's I don't know. Yeah, that's a The reason coroners have thus far only gone as far as to say it is likely that heading footballs led to CTE, which then contributes to death, is because it is impossible to say how 100% certain to say with 100% certainty how and when the damage was done to the brain, as analysis is only possible post mortem. All right, so yeah, what was it? I guess you can't yeah, what was it? I guess you can't say for sure that it was caused by heading the ball because, what was it? You can't know exactly when damage was done. So yeah, what was it? I guess there is something to that. But experts generally agree that there is no other logical explanation in cases of professional sports people with long careers like McQueen, whose daughter Haley told the inquest she had never known her father suffer any head injury other than concussions from playing football. Hmm. Uh, well, I guess it's good to know concussions are a problem in every kind of football. Or, not good to know. It's actually pretty bad to know. Damn. CTE contributed to Gordon McQueen's death significantly, said Professor Stewart, adding that the only available casual evidence was exposure to repeated impacts, heading footballs. A handful of former players, including McQueen, ex Cardiff defender Keith Ponton, former Hull City man Alan Jarvis. Sorry, lads, I have to go. See you, Desidario and Ryan. All right, cool, man. What was it? Hope to see. All right, bye, dude. See ya. Hope to see you next time. Uh, uh, and amateur player Goff White have now had their deaths formally linked to football. What changes have been made in football so far? There are rules across England, Scotland, and Wales restricting heading in children's games, while different restrictions are in place around training in the English and Scottish professional games. Yeah, what was it? That is kind of similar to what they do with like American football, where what was it? Yeah, you Yeah, when like you're playing American football in like schools and stuff, you're typically not allowed to tackle each other. You just play like touch, where like if someone touches you, you have to stop running. So yeah, it is similar to this. Yeah, what was it? Having kids not be allowed to head the ball and stuff like that. Yeah, all right, makes sense. Yeah. In 2019, the field study funded by the Football Association and Professional Footballers Association found that footballers were 3 to 5 times more likely to suffer from neurodegenerative disorders. It was the largest study to date looking at the links to heading footballs. Since then, the FA has brought in a phased ban of heading in under 11s football and says it is investing in objective and robust research. Oh, you gotta go too, man? Alright, well, see you later, Ryan. Bye. And says it is investigating in objective and robust research to get a better understanding of the issue. It has also issued guidelines to clubs on limiting high force headers in training. Oh, okay, you were just saying bye to him. Okay. Alright, well, sorry about that. Ah, so, let's see, what was it? It has also issued guidelines. Oh, hey, bro, Dantas, good to see you, man. Yeah, what was it? Talking about brain damage. Something I am very familiar with. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, what was it? What was it? A coroner recently did a coroner recently did an examination on a dead soccer player's body. Banning heading is a joke. What's next? Banning touching a player when making a tackle because it's too risky? Yeah. Yeah, what was it? I guess that makes sense. What was it? Yeah, similar. Yeah, what was it? You see the same arguments, like I said, with like American football. It's like, what was it? You can't really ban, the players getting too physical because, like, sports are physical. And obviously soccer isn't a contact sport like American football is, so it's not as bad. But yeah, what was it? I mean, okay, there is some contact in soccer, obviously. So, but yeah, what was it? There, what was it? There is a limit to how much you can really ban things before it's just like taking it too far, or until like it's just a different game in general. So it's like, yeah, what was it? There, yeah, what was it? There is, what was it? There is a line somewhere. I feel like rugby is 10 times more dangerous than the NFL. Oh crap! Yeah, what was it? I'm. hmm. Yeah, what was it? I haven't seen too many rugby games, but yeah, what was it? I've heard some of them can get pretty. I've heard some of them can get pretty crazy. Yeah. uh, yeah. Ah, crap. What was I? Oh, it has also issued guidelines to clubs on limiting head force headers in training, such as from balls which come at speed from free kicks and corners. Oh yeah, what was it? It's like, yeah, you can't really ban heading from like corner kicks because like that's what was it? That's like one of the main ways people score off of corners. It's like you're never going to be able to ban that. It's like, yeah, what was it? Like like even separated from like whether or not it's even a good idea from a health standpoint, it's just not going to work. It's like too ingrained in the sport. The Scottish FA has gone further, banning heading the day before and after matches in the professional adult game. Oh shit, I actually didn't know they did that. In September of 2023, the PFA set up a $1 million, or no, £1 million. What was it? I was getting mixed up. Ars Hold on. Arsenal would relegate if headers were banned. Oh crap, man. What was it? Yeah. Oh crap! Yeah, what was it? How many of their goals this season have come off of set pieces again? Ugh, I I don't remember the exact number, but I'm pretty sure it's a fair amount of their goals so far. A lot, yeah, a lot. Oh crap! Yeah, what was it? Yeah, if headers were banned, man, it would. What was it? They'd be in like 18th, 19th place, 14 to 17. Wow. Crap. Hmm, damn. Oh crap! What was that? In September of 2023, the PFA set up a £1 million brain health fund, with help from the Premier League, which former professional players and their families can make applications to for financial support. 13 set piece goals. Wow. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, that's good. What was it? All right, well that's good. What was it? Setting up a fund to what was it? Kind of help out players who have suffered from brain injuries related to the game. I can get behind that. The union is being assisted by Dawn Arsel, the daughter of Jeff, and applications are assessed by an independent panel. but critics say the amount needs to be much higher given the soaring cost of care homes. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's a whole other issue that I do not have the knowledge to really get into. Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy has met with family members affected by dementia, and the government told BBC Sport that it has been keeping a close eye on the situation. Is the UK ahead or behind compared to other countries? The general consensus among experts is that the UK is taking the link between sport and brain disease more seriously than other countries. A similar study to Field conducted in Sweden reinforced the links, while Australia has begun looking at changes to training. The International Football Association Board, which decide the laws of the game, has brought in concussion protocols, with designated concussion substitutions now seen in leagues far and wide, but changes to rules about heading the ball are not currently on the agenda. Yeah, what was it? What was it? I don't think yeah, I really don't think heading the ball is ever going to be like widely banned. It's just too ingrained in the sport. In the UK in particular, and also in some American sports, organizations have gone quite a long way to recognizing and managing what the problems are, Professor Stewart explains. There are limitations on heading at youth level and guidelines for the professional level. That's a real acknowledgement of heading and head impacts being a potential risk for brain health. Going away from the UK to the global sport, the FIFA and UEFA, we're seeing less pickup of this as a problem, less of what might be required to meet to keep the sport safe. BBC has contacted FIFA for comment. Um, I'm guessing they didn't get a comment, judging by this is where this part of the article ends. What do campaigners want to happen now? Let's see. Families of footballers who have died with neurodegenerative conditions and charities have combined for many years to call for a reduction of heading in football. They welcomed the guidelines when they were introduced in England, Wales, and Scotland, but believe they are largely being ignored as things stand. Yeah, I'm not really surprised. The guidelines for the FA from the FA are out there, but coaches don't know them. Wait, what? How can coaches not know guidelines handed out by the FA themselves? Is aren't they supposed to know? Isn't it their job to know that kind of stuff? I don't know, man. Said Dr. Judith Gates, founder of Head Safe Football and widow of former Middlesbrough defender Bill Gates. Wait, Middlesbrough had a defender named Bill Gates? How the hell did I not know about that? God damn. Oh my god. that that must have been unfortunate. Oh crap. I remember a couple years ago, SNL did a bit what was it? Did a skit about a politician named Harvey Epstein. And I don't like SNL. I don't like modern SNL, but that was a pretty funny bit. And it's like Bill Gates isn't like a bad person, honestly, but I do think like someone having the same name as someone like way more well known than they are is like must be an interesting life. Oh shit. Oh damn, we're 43 minutes in? Oh damn. Damn, I didn't realize how much we were talking. Damn. Eh, I guess they do say time flies when you're having fun. Alright. We have worked with 44 EFL clubs, and only 1% knew about them, and that's just the professional game. This begins in youth, so it's young people whose brains we need to be caring for. Yeah, what was it? Older people's brains, what was it? They can screw themselves up as much as they want, but we gotta look out for the kids. I mean, I say that like it's a joke, but we do. It really is good to look out for kids. That is important. Yeah. One of the key points campaigners have made so far is that they are not seeking to remove heading from football. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that is a smart concession to make because that's just not happening. So yeah, what was it? I understand why they're not even trying with that because yeah, it's just not never gonna happen. Or fundamentally change the way the game is played, but to reduce the amount for heading in training in order to lessen the frequency of head impacts which have the potential to cause damage. It's like with tackling in the NFL, what was it? It's just too ingrained in the sport, it's never going to change. It's just not. Yeah. I work as a broadcaster in sport, and I love it. McQueen's daughter Haley, a Sky Sports presenter, said outside court. People say, oh, you've ruined the game if you take heading out of it. We can still continue to have heading in football, but do it so much safer. Professor Stewart added, cutting exposure as much as possible at that elite level, reducing it as much as possible in training is a very good starting point. Haley and her sister Anna Forbes also insisted more changes should be made regarding care for former players suffering from neurodivergent diseases and their families. They believe that the Professional Footballers Association, PFA, should play a greater role. I emailed the PFA literally begging for help when my dad was at his lowest point, and we were looking for respite care, Haley McQueen explained. That email was left unanswered. After 3 attempts at chasing, they sent me on a wild goose chase for support where they offered something called an Admiral Nurse. An Admiral Nurse? Is that like a higher position than a Captain Nurse? which was which was a Zoom call with a nurse to tell me what government support we were able to access. Which was none, by the way. Oh, crap. It depleted my parents' lifetime savings looking for private care for my dad, and we relied on charities for respite care. The PFA gave us nothing, no support whatsoever. Yeah, what was it? You have heard some. Yeah, what was it? You do kind of hear similar stories from like former NFL players trying to get some help from the league and not really getting much. Yeah, that stuff kind of happens. The PFA said there is an ongoing need for a collective response from football and beyond to ensure former players affected by neurodegenerative disease and their families are properly recognized and supported. Haley McQueen also called for football clubs to pay for annual brain scans for current players. I think there is an epidemic at the moment, she told Radio. I speak to a lot of the wives and daughters and sons of players who are terrified, and they're already showing signs, and I don't know what on earth to do about it. Oh my god. I would love to see Cole Palmer's brain scans at the end of his career. It's like I want to see what that guy's brain I want to see what that guy's brain looks like now and at the end of his career after he's headed a ball like a million times. I I want to know what that shit's going to look like. God damn. Hmm. Had they known the risks when they played, maybe they'd have made a major decision not to head the ball as much. If you were to scan a footballer's brain at the start of every season, almost like having a full medical, why not? There's enough money in football. Yeah, what was it? It's like players do get physicals, pretty regularly. I feel like you probably could include a brain scan in there. No new measures have been announced, but after the McQueen verdict on Monday, various football authorities released statements insisting they are committed to ensuring player safety. The FA said, while any association between heading a football and later life brain health outcomes remains an area of ongoing scientific and medical research and debate, we continue to take a leading role in in reviewing and improving the safety of our game together with all stakeholders and international governing bodies. I do I do think this is a funny response. It's like I do think this is a fun response. It's like, listen, what was it? The evidence, what was it saying that, what was it? There's an issue here, it's kind of flimsy, what was it? There's still a lot of debate about it. But what was it? We're still gonna, what was it, look into it and try what was it, make the game a bit safer. It's like yeah. It's like, what was it? Kind of acknowledging it, but also kind of setting up some plausible deniability. I'm not sure I'm using that term right, but I feel like I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. The Scottish FA added, "We will continue to monitor guidance based on evolving research as part of the association's commitment to ensuring the national game is a safe and enjoyable environment for all players." And that's the end of that. Oh crap, 50 minutes in and we're finally done with the first article. Goddamn. Oh man. So yeah, what was it? I mean, it's an interesting story. What was it? Obviously, obviously very physical sports, very physically demanding sports. Was there is always going to, be a link to medical issues, what was it? You can't push your body to like the maximum amount. You can't push your body to like its full limits for like, multiple for like 15 to 25 years and expect there not to be some kind of long-lasting medical problems as a result. It happens, and it's like, it's always going to happen, but there are ways to make games a bit safer so that players can enjoy their retirement a bit more. So yeah, what was it? I don't know. I'm I'm sure there's a compromise somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure there's a compromise somewhere where we're able to make the game safer, what was it, for players, and what was it? Continue to have enjoyable games. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, what was it? So yeah, I'm pretty sure the next two articles are. So yeah, the next two articles I'm pretty sure are shorter than this. Yeah, what was it? They're just about some recent transfers or some recent transfer rumors. What was it? And we'll get into it. First off, what was it? Is one concerning my club. Uh, this one. Alright. This article comes from ESPN, written by Sams Marsden and Moises Lorenz. Why has Dro Fernandez, Barcelona's top prospect, gone to PSG? Why indeed? Why did that happen? What was it? Alright, let's get into it. So yeah, what was it? If you're unaware, a recent La Masia prospect, Pedro Joe Dro Fernandez, was recently sold to PSG for about $8 million, I believe. What was it? Yeah, what was it? I believe. I honestly believe. What was it? In a season or two, he's going to be worth like 5 to 10 times more than that. I really do. Crap. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get into this. Barcelona coach Hansi Flick has invested so much time in Pedro Dro Fernandez that he could barely believe it when the 18-year-old midfielder told him he was leaving the club. Yep. Flick had taken Dro on Barcelona's preseason tour last summer, handed him his La Liga debut in September, and a first UEFA Champions League start in October. However, after experiencing that taste of football at the top level, Dro was left wanting more. And with minutes in the first team hard to come by, the teenager made the surprise decision to seek regular football elsewhere, sending shockwaves through the club. Yeah, it's like crap, yeah. I mean, obviously, that is the risk with young players. It's like, obviously, young players they want to play. What was it? And they want to reach the first team as quickly as possible. But the thing is, what was it? As much as I think Dro was a good prospect, I'm not sure who in this midfield he really plays over. It's like, is he gonna play over De Jong, Pedri? What was it? Gavi, Fermin? Uh, well, what was it? Danny Olmo? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think what was it? Given a season or two, especially with Barca's financial situation, I think he definitely would have become a regular player for Barca. But clearly he wanted first team football faster, and what was it? Obviously, I can't totally blame him. But what was it? I do think if he had had a little more patience, what was it? He could have been playing for Barca's first team in like a season or two. But what was it? It's his decision. It's his decision to make. Yeah. This week, Dro's transfer to Paris Saint-Germain was confirmed, with sources telling ESPN that the French club even paid slightly more than his 6 million release clause to sign him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the exact number was 8 million. Yeah, I think so. I think it was 8 million, yeah. That clause meant Barca could do nothing to prevent the move, which hurt even more given the involvement of club's former player and coach, Luis Enrique, who is now PSG manager. Yeah. Dro's unexpected departure angered Flick. Club sources told ESPN. When the news broke, the German coach initially said he did not want to speak about the issue until the transfer was done. Yeah, what was it? I kind of get it. It's like, what was it? You make it, it's like he made it very clear to him, what was it? That he had a place in the Barca squad in the future. But, what was it? Dro wants to, leave, play for someone else. So, like I said, it's his decision. However, throughout the same news conference, he referenced the influence of others around the club. Around the player. The confidence he had shown in him and a desire to only work with those who want to be at the club. If you want to play with Barca, it has to be 100% with your whole heart, he said. All the others I don't want. Very true. Very true. Flick usually placid in public. Oh my god. I shouldn't laugh at the word placid, I really shouldn't. Was speaking while the news was still raw. Bro had only communicated to him that week that he would leave. Club sources told ESPN that Flick asked him to think it over, but the next day, Dro reiterated the same stance, explaining the decision was purely based on football reasons, not financial ones. Yeah. Flick ordered him to leave the first team dressing room between then and sealing his move to PSG. Between then and sealing his move to PSG, he trained alone. That must have been fun. In parallel, Dro's agent, former Barca midfielder Ivan de la Peña, who is also Luis Enrique's agent and close friend, communicated the decision to sporting director Deco, who was equally surprised. Yeah, what was it? I'd probably be surprised too, man. It's like, I don't know, what was it? Obviously, what was it? I mean, they made it clear, I said this before, they made it clear that he had a future with the first team eventually, but, what was it? He wants to play now. He wants to play first team, soccer now. Yeah, that's his decision. I need to quit repeating myself. Barca had planned to give Dro a new contract. They were waiting for him to turn 18, which he did so after the Spanish Supercopa final win over Real Madrid earlier in January. On the flight back from Saudi Arabia, the club shared a video of teammate Rafinha giving him a cake as a squad sung happy birthday. Oh, crap. And that was the last time he was seen in Barca colors. Wow, wow. We gave this guy a friggin' birthday cake on the plane. God damn. Well, could we have made it any more clear? Like, could we have made it any more clear that that like what was it? That I'm just repeating myself a million. I'm just repeating myself at this point. God damn. Sources close to the negotiations said new contract talks never really got off the ground, adding that Barca should carry some blame there because they could have acted quicker. Yeah, I guess that is true. Knowing how attainable the $6 million clause was, €6 million clause was for Europe's biggest teams, Barca president Joan Laporta Barca president Joan Laporta rejected that, claiming Sunday that a renewal agreement had been close. Dro leaves after making 5 appearances for Barca, although he had not featured since coming off the bench against Atletico Madrid on December 2nd. Sources close to the player explained he felt his pathway to regular football at Barca was clogged. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe like this season, but like I'm just repeating myself, god damn it. Flick plays a system with 2 deep-lying central midfielders and a number 10, which did not suit his best qualities. The same sources said Dro is most comfortable as one of 2 advanced midfielders in front of a holding midfielder. Even as a number 10 in Flick's formation, minutes were not forthcoming with Fermin Lopez and Dani Olmo and Rafinha among those used ahead of him. Yeah, it's like, what was it? Obviously, it's like I said before, obviously he's a good player, what was it? He's a promising, prospect, but obviously he's not going to play over Lopez or Olmo. It's like give it a season or two. It's like give it a season or two though. It's like Barca's in such terrible financial shape. We're probably gonna have to sell 1 or 2 of them eventually. Oh, crap. Yeah, whatever. It's his choice to leave. He wants first team football now. I can understand it. It's his life, his career. Dro was also used out wide, but sources said that 149 minutes of football and just 88 touches of the ball did not represent a blind belief in him from the coaching staff. Sources close to the player told ESPN that over the course of several conversations with Luis Enrique, Dro was convinced PSG would suit him better at this stage of his career. The reigning European champions were the only club after him. Manchester City, Chelsea, Borussia Dortmund, and Bayern Munich had all shown an interest previously. When news leaked that he was leaving, sources said various teams phoned De La Peña to check the situation. Wait, what was it? Wait, when the news leaked that he left or that he was leaving to another club, other clubs called him to check on the situation. It's like, okay, I guess that makes sense. What was it? Uh, obviously, what was it? Leaks aren't always true, and yeah, I guess they were just checking if he was, off the table at that point. I guess okay, that makes sense. Whatever. See. Clubs that had previously considered a deal impossible were reawakened to the possibility of signing Dro. Sources close to the player insisted that PSG deal was not closed at that point, but it's now clear talks were already advanced. Of course, they freaking were. Dro's rise accelerated last summer when Arnau Blanco was promoted to Flick's staff after years in the academy, where he had coached Dro. His excitement about the player rubbed off on Flick, and while club sources said it was always a case of sooner rather than later, it expedited the youngster's progression. Hmm. Uh, hmm. Dro had joined Barca from Galician side Valminor, Minor, I don't know, where Thiago Alcantara had also played, aged 14 in 2022. Initially known as Dro because his brother could not say his name. His brother couldn't say Pedro? Uh oh, wait, what was it? How old is the brother? All right, what was it? I guess I don't know. If the brother is really young, then okay, maybe that makes sense. What was it? I guess I assumed what was it? He was older. I don't know why. It's stuck given the number of other Pedros he played with down the years. It's yeah, what was it? Yeah, Dro was probably a less used name than Pedro in Spain. It's like what was he? He probably played with like a million freaking Pedros. Oh, man. Real Madrid had also been alerted to his talent, but sources involved in his move to Barca said Los Blancos slept on getting a deal done. Hmm. You know what? What was it? Did did Napoleon Dynamite ever become popular in Spain? Like, was that a successful movie in Spain? Or was it? I feel like if you wore a vote for Pedro shirt in Spain, no one would have any idea who the hell you were talking about. Like, Pedro could be anybody. You gotta be a bit more specific here. Oh my god. Oh crap, where was Right. Real Madrid had also been alerted to his talent, but sources involved in his move to Barca said Los Blancos slept on getting a deal done. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, him going to PSG is bad enough. If he had gone to fucking Real Madrid, I would have freaking punched my wall or something. That would have been that would have been the biggest fucking insult ever. Like, goddamn. Oh, crap. Oh my god. Yeah. But I guess it is in Real Madrid fashion to sleep on getting a deal done. Yeah. Yeah. There are some players who lend themselves easily to comparisons. Dro is one of them. Valminor coach Javier Roxo told ESPN, I have not seen anyone as technical as Thiago Alcantara, but in terms of vision, Dro is possibly ahead of him. Meanwhile, Luis Perez Baraya, another ex-coach at Valminor, compares him to club legend Andres Iniesta, while current star Pedri has previously dubbed Dro his favorite player coming through at Barca. So yeah, it's like, what was it? Everyone had really heavy praise for this guy. Comparing him to friggin' Iniesta? Like, goddamn, that is... what was it? That is serious... What was it? That is a serious statement, you know, what was it? You gotta be able to back that up. Another coach who worked with Dro compared him to Brazil legend and Ballon d'Or winner Kaká. Uh, they told ESPN, Dro's understanding of the game is way above the average. He always stood out as a different kind of player. I always saw him as being similar to Kaká. Even if he played for Real Madrid and AC Milan, not Barca. I mean, I know Real Madrid and AC Milan aren't Barca. Is that really necessary? Dro, whose Galician father played amateur football and whose mother is from the Philippines, announced himself with a stunning strike in preseason, which soon led to a competitive debut in La Liga. Hmm. Yeah, what was it? That goal. Uh, I do have to admit that was a pretty impressive goal. Yeah. A first Champions League start followed against Olympiacos, where he created a goal for Fermin Lopez to become the second youngest player to provide an assist in the competition. He becomes the latest highly rated graduate of La Masia to depart Barca at a young age. Many seek opportunities away from Barca. Some, such as Gerard Piqué, Cesc Fabregas, Eric Garcia, and Olmo, eventually returned. Hmm. Yeah, that is a good point. It's like, I guess leaving La Masia. Yeah, obviously leaving La Masia, at a young age, well, isn't necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, since what was it? They could eventually come back if they become good enough. But like, I feel like with here, I feel like they made it very clear that like, yeah, I feel like they made it very clear that like, what was it? They wanted him for the first team. There just wasn't room for him right now. Well, like I said, given a season or two, I feel like he could have been starting, but or at least playing regularly. But what was it? Others, notably Jordi Mabaula, I never pronounce this guy's name. To a lesser extent, Elias Moriba never reached the expected level. Meanwhile, the jury is still out on Xavi Simons, now at Tottenham Hotspur, and Mark Gu, Chelsea, in terms of their eventual ceiling in the game. Okay, well, is it? To be fair, Xavi is at Tottenham and Mark is at Chelsea. It's like I there's a limit to how much you can judge their performances, What was it? Their teams suck ass. Like, just to be blunt, it's like I don't even blame players for performing badly at Chelsea. It's like that place is just a total mess. Like, what was it? I don't know. I don't know. As soon as he gets sold to some other club, what was it? I'll decide what I think about him. Time will tell which group Dro falls into, but PSG are getting one of the most promising youngsters to come through Barca's academy in the last 5 years. You only have to look at Flick's reaction to appreciate how much of a loss the youngster is to the club. Yeah, like I said, what was it? Flick made it very clear. He made it very clear that Dro was in his vision for the club. There just wasn't room for him right now. And what was it? Obviously, I understand Dro, he's a young guy. He wants to play first team football as soon as possible. But I don't know, what was it? I don't know. Like I said, just given, a season or two, especially with Barca's, current financial situation, I feel like we're definitely gonna have to sell either Olmo or Lopez eventually. So it's like, I don't know, what was it? I feel like he could have had more patience here. I feel like he could have, had a bit more trust in Flick, but what was it? What was it? What's done is done, and we'll just see how things go for him in the future. What was it? I don't hate him by any means. Obviously, what was it? Obviously, this was his personal decision. It's his life, it's his career. What was it? I hope he does well. I really do hope he becomes a good player. Yeah, what was it? It just would have been nice to see him play at Barca. All right, what was it? Pretty much all I had to say about this article. What was it? The next one is also relating to a transfer that's might relate to Barca, but it also might not. We'll have to see. It's what was it? This is another story from ESPN. This time written by Graham Hunter. Atletico Madrid look like wrong place, wrong time for Julian Alvarez. That is right. What was it? That is right. After a couple of years as what was it? Atletico's main goal scoring threat. What was it? Rumors are circulating that Julian Alvarez may be leaving the club soon. Yeah, what was it? I Atletico Madrid look wrong place, wrong time for Alvarez. Yeah, what was it? After a couple years of being Atleti's what was it? One of their main goal scoring threats. Rumors are circulating that Julian Alvarez might leave the club. I remember what was it? I was talking to my dad, and my dad believes everything he watches on his phone, every video that comes up. He told me, and so I don't know if this is true. He told me that Messi himself called Alvarez and told him he should sign for Barcelona. Yeah, what was it? That's not the craziest part. He also claimed that Messi offered to pay half of Alvarez's transfer fee. Yeah, that's the part where I feel like this is that's the part that really made me think that that's not true at all. Like, I'm willing to believe that Messi called up Alvarez and maybe, like, what was it? Gave him some advice to go in like a certain direction or one or another. I honestly don't believe he offered to help pay his transfer fee. I don't think he would do that. Oh, crap. All right. Given his nickname, perhaps it's only natural that Julian Alvarez's status, form, attitude, and future are currently caught in a web of mystery. Alvarez has been La Araña, the spider, since he was 4, and although he's been weaving dreams for many of the subsequent years, he looks a little bit trapped right now. Questions abound. Why isn't he scoring or notably contributing to Atletico Madrid's season recently? Why can't he form a proper partnership with fellow Atleti striker Alexander Sorloth? Can Arsenal afford his buyout clause? And would he return to the Premier League? Or will Barcelona somehow price away Atletico's prize forward to replace Robert Lewandowski? Yeah, what was it? I was talking about this. I was talking to my dad, who is also a Barca fan. I asked him, who would you rather Barcelona buy? Rashford or Alvarez? Because there's no way in hell that they have the money to buy both. So, which one would you rather Barca go for? Now, he said Alvarez, which I do understand. I do kind of agree with. But then again, what was it? Rashford is Rashford is also great, and I feel like his comeback story, was a very feel-good story, very nice to have around. So, I don't know. I don't know, what was it? I probably do lean more towards Alvarez, but, obviously, ideally, you'd want to have them both. So, yeah, what was it? Let me know what you think, let me know what you think. What was it? Do you think Barca should go for Rashford or Alvarez? Let me know. Meanwhile, in Alvarez's mind, he must be fearing. Will this sluggish, unimpressive form cost me in the eyes of Argentina coach Lionel Scaloni when it comes to the Albi Celeste defending their World Cup title in the US, Canada, and Mexico this summer? Yeah, what was it? that is kind of an interesting aspect, of this being a World Cup year, is that, every player's performance is kind of under extra scrutiny, because what was it? Because what was it? Yeah, well, because they are trying to earn their place at the World Cup. And, obviously there are other tournaments, there are the Euros, the Copa America, the Nations League, but the World Cup is the World Cup, the biggest sporting event in the world. So I do feel like World Cup years are particularly, I don't know, I feel like are particularly mentally taxing on players because they're thinking about, not only playing well, playing good enough to get a World Cup spot. You know what I mean? I don't know, that's just what I think. He can't say this, so I'll say it for him. When he turns 26 on Saturday, the best birthday present would be finding out that he's on the verge of going to a club where the playing system suits him, where the coach has absolute faith in him and sets the team up to serve him, and where that magical elixir of trophy chances smells stronger than it does at Atleti. Now listen, what was it? Some of these parts I agree with, and some of them I don't. A system that better suits him, I do agree with. Yeah, obviously, obviously Simeone, what was it, typically goes more defensive. I think Alvarez could do much better in a more attack-minded system. Such as Barcelona under Hansi Flick, but and a team where he actually has a chance of winning a trophy. Now, I know Atleti has won trophies in the past, but come on. Oh man. Yeah, well, is it I think he should come to a team that actually has a good chance of winning La Liga. Yeah, well, is it? But that's just what I think. It's the very fact that Alvarez looks miserable, a little lost, and, worst of all, ineffective, that has set Andrea Berta at Arsenal and Deco at Barcelona wondering whether they can lever him away from Atletico. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, what was it? Arsenal? Oh man. I don't know if Alvarez can actually help Arsenal because freaking Gyökeres was doing freaking gangbusters in Portugal. And the second he comes to you guys, it's like, what was it? You're 20 games in and he's got 5 goals. It's like, I'm not sure the issue is totally him. Oh my god. Imagine Alvarez going to freaking Arsenal and scoring like 5 or 6 goals by the end of the season. I'm done. Oh, hey there, Collins. Good to see you. Yep. What was it? Yeah. What was it? What was it? My last. Talking about transfers, or well, specifically, what was it? The odds of whether or not Alvarez is gonna be was gonna leave Atleti. It's been a bit of a story going around. Yeah. What was it? Uh. Yeah. What was it? The main teams that what was it? They're saying are after him are like Arsenal, which is like, yeah, and Barcelona. I remember I said it before, but I might as well say it again. I was talking to my dad, and me and him are both Barca fans, and my dad will believe anything that that he hears from his phone. It's like that guy will believe anything that like a video tells him, and he told me that all right, that what was it? Lionel Messi called Alvarez and told him that he should sign for Barcelona, which I am willing to believe. But then the next part comes in. He said that Messi offered to pay half of Alvarez's transfer fee. And that's the part where I start doubting the story because I honestly don't think Messi would offer to do that. It's like, what was it? I fully believe he would call Alvarez and, what was it, try and nudge him in a certain direction. I really don't think he would offer to pay his transfer fee. I don't think he would do that. Oh, crap. Just to lay out some evidence that, Despite this being a top class, energetic, inventive, and elite goal scorer, he is in the doldrums. Here are some guidelines. From his 20 starts, plus one substitute appearance in La Liga, La Araña has 7 goals and 3 assists. What was it? Not bad necessarily, but what was it? He's done better in previous seasons. But Atleti are so far off the chase that they definitely won't win the title this season. Yeah, yeah, what was it? That is true. It's like, yeah, what was it? It's like, yeah, what was it? La Liga is usually a 2-horse race, obviously, but this season feels like even more of a 2-horse race. It's like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be between Barca and Real Madrid, as usual. Which is why what I said before, what was it? Alvarez should join a team that actually has a chance of winning La Liga. What was it? Something to consider. And the more you look at how Alvarez fits with the hyper-conservative attitude of his countryman coach, Diego Simeone, the more the picture darkens. Um, Domestically, Alvarez has given just 13 passes to fellow striker Sorloth this season, and, in exchange, has received the ball from the big Norwegian, who, for the second season in a row, is much more prolific than Atletico's number 19 18 times. That, however, you spin it, is not a partnership. Alvarez has shot at goal 41 times, meaning his 7 goals represents a 17% success rate off form. No argument there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's had better seasons. Not to support the concept of ugly, thundering, brutish defenders booting a diminutive striker all over the pitch, but given how Alvarez plays and what threat he should carry, it's a surprise to find he's only been fouled 14 times. If he were in dangerous positions and scoring more, you can bet that count would be higher. Yeah, that is a point. It's like Alvarez, he's not necessarily he's not like short or anything, but he's really not the biggest guy either. Yeah, especially compared to freaking Sorloth. That guy is huge. Look at his heat map and you see a pattern where in 70% of his Liga matches, they stretch very nearly from box to box. That's not where a prolific striker, threatening forward, should be performing. Alvarez is winning the hearts and minds of supporters and teammates with huge defensive efforts, but that's not what he's paid to do. I feel like under Simeone's system, that's what most players are paid to do. His high intensity and mid-length running ranks at 217th in La Liga. Far worse, his number of sprints, the bread and butter of a threatening striker, rank at 9th within the Atleti squad and 235th in the league. Damn. Ball winning, given all the time he's tracking back and forward the length of the pitch, well, he's ranked at 403rd in Liga for that. Damn. The cherry on the icing, he hasn't scored domestically since November 1st. He hasn't scored in months? Well, domestically, he hasn't scored in months. Goddamn. For someone whose stat line otherwise reads 40 goals and 13 assists in 86 appearances for Atletico, it's clear there is a problem. The very picture of an unfulfilled, underperforming star who, picked up, bruised, brushed down, and given a new start at an attacking, system-based, well-coached, ambitious side like Arsenal or Barcelona Okay, wait, what? A sys- a well-coached and ambitious side like Arsenal? Okay, yeah, sure, man, sure, okay. Well-coached and ambitious are not words that should be in the same sentence as Arsenal. God damn. Or Barcelona would likely start posting heroic numbers instead of a ho-hum figures. Yeah, man, it's like, what was it? It's like, listen, Lewandowski is great, and what was it? Ferran Torres is pretty good, but a front line of Rafinha, Julian Alvarez, and Lamine Yamal might actually break soccer. Okay, it's like I can't even imagine how great that lineup would be. That would be, I don't know. I don't know. We need that. It's just we was Pep say it's like we need that. I need that. Oh no. Hmm. In the Champions League, the picture is markedly different. Lesser teams like Eintracht Frankfurt, Union St. Gilloise, and PSV Eindhoven, who don't have who don't know Atleti well, have succumbed to their produce big moments style, and in that competition, Alvarez has 4 goals in 6 matches. His strikes against Inter Milan in a 2-1 win over last season's beaten finalist was a hint of what should be being produced more regularly. It's manna from heaven that if they beat Bodo Glimt in Madrid on Wednesday, Atletico have a big chance of finishing in the all-important top 8. If they don't, the Sharks will circle. Alvarez is a sublime, committed, clean-living, inventive, experienced footballer who's about to enter the prime 6 or 7 years of his career. Yeah, what was it? That's the thing. Alvarez, he's still a pretty young dude. It's like, that's what people are talking about before. It's like, a couple years ago, it was a big meme that Alvarez, like, completed football. He won the Copa America, he won the Champions League, he won the Premier League. What was it? And he won a World Cup with Argentina. It's like the guy was in his early 20s and won everything. Yeah, what was it? But he hasn't won a La Liga yet. And what was it? Maybe he should join a team that actually has a chance of winning it. Just saying. But here come the obstacles. Not only is he contracted to Atleti until June of 2030, god damn, what was it? How long is his contract? His buyout clause is well set 500 million, unreachable. Well, unreachable by most. Some clubs I feel like could definitely do that. Looking at you, PSG. Financially, do Atletico need to move on from the 25-year-old? No. Yeah. Atleti have taken in not far from 148 million from Champions League business alone in the past season and a half, with the prospect of much, much more to come if they progress. Say to the last 8 or last 4 in the coming months, Atletico are also in the process of dramatically changing their ownership and, as a result, enjoying financial buoyancy thanks to the buy-in by Apollo Sports Capital. Alvarez, in interviews, has coped well with suggestions that he might be in favor of a move away from Los Colchoneros, recently prompting a sponsorship. He asked about Marsa. You're often linked with the move. Marsa? They fucking misspelled Barca. What the hell? Okay. You're often linked with a move to the Camp Nou. Does that bother you? Why would it bother him? Why would being why would being linked to a move to the Camp Nou bother anyone? We're the best club in the world. Damn stupid journalists always asking dumb questions. Alvarez answered, "Look, none of that bothers me at all. I try not to go seeking that kind of speculation, but I'm aware of it. It's more what's said on social media than in reality. I try to abstract myself from all that and think about me, about improving as a footballer, and about winning. Not in my view, any kind of denial at all." It's like, yeah, what was it? You're not saying it's impossible. Most tellingly, Alvarez is playing like a potential superstar who's increasingly sure that, once again, he's wrong place, wrong time. The only remedies are crystal clear, except that your golden handcuffs, that 500 million release clause, are unbreakable and get on with it, or work out how to let your employers know that either Arsenal or Barcelona is your preferred workplace, that you're happy to make a fuss about getting there, and, like Antoine Griezmann in his day, push publicly and privately for a negotiated exit. Okay, don't compare Alvarez to Griezmann. You're gonna you're gonna jinx the move, man. You're what was it? In no What was it? Oh crap. Yeah, well, it's oh man, they friggin' jinxed it. Now he's gonna go to Barcelona. He's gonna suck complete ass, and then and then get bought back by Atletico. Fuck. God damn it. Ugh, man. Oh my god. I'm mostly joking, but I do honestly hope that doesn't happen. That would be kind of funny, but also it would suck. Mikel Arteta and Hansi Flick will be buying their popcorn and settling down to watch development like hyper interested spectators over the coming weeks and months, drawn into the spider's web. Yeah. So yeah, what was it? A story going around is that Julian Alvarez might be on the move. What was it? If it turns out to be true, uh, hmm, let's So yeah, what was it? What was it? If it turns out to be true and Alvarez really is going to be on the move soon, let's just hope he makes the right choice. Yeah. But what was it? In all honesty, to be serious, I really do think Alvarez at Barcelona would freaking cook. Okay, man. They could legitimately tear up not just La Liga, but I think Europe as a whole, man. Rafinha, Alvarez, and the Lamine Yamal, it's like it's over. It's like soccer is just over at that point. Like Barca just wins. Oh crap. Uh, oh shit. All right, I think I'm gonna end the stream soon. But what was it? This is a topic I do want to talk about briefly. I'm not gonna read this whole article, but Polymarket and Major League Soccer reach a prediction market deal. So yeah, what was it? If you're unaware, Major League Soccer has announced a multi-year partnership with Polymarket on Monday. Now, if you can't tell by my accent and the fact that I say soccer instead of football, I am from the US, so this does affect me. Or well, it doesn't really affect me, but it is something I might as well talk about. Yeah, I'm not Yeah, I'm not really down with this. Like, oh man, like I don't like, okay, I'm not totally anti-gambling. I don't think it should be like, banned altogether. I understand that's a fool's errand and it's not really gonna, make gambling go away. But I also generally don't like gambling, and I really don't like, the recent wave of sports betting that has just like, come on. What was it? US like gambling legislation decided that what was it? What young people needed was another highly self-destructive vice that they can access from their freaking phones. Like, goddamn. I should not be able to bet thousands of dollars from my phone in the palm of my hand. Like, goddamn. Yo, what was it? Gamblers Anonymous meetings have seen like a massive increase in like what was it, guys under the age of like 40 or 30 since, restrictions on sports betting have been lifted. It's like it was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. I don't like how much gambling, what was it, has become a part of society nowadays. And I just I don't know. I don't like MLS getting into bed with Polymarket. I just don't. Okay, I just don't. And oh no, that was all. Oh, all right, that was all I wanted to say on that. Yeah, what was it? Crap. All right, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you next time.